Mendelian Genetics. We are going to use Gregor Mendel's laws. Those are the laws of segregation and independent assortment to discuss the role of meiosis and define problems perhaps, or even ask questions about how these things occur and why things turn out the way that they do. Why don't you try another dihybrid cross? Here we have humans. Humans have brown eyes or dominant to blue eyes, and brown hair is dominant to blonde hair. Okay, so we have, it says cross a homozygous dominant brown-eyed blonde man. So brown-eyed, homozygous dominant, brown-eyed, and so we're going to go big B, and he's a blonde man, and so brown hair is dominant to blonde hair, so that means his blonde hair is going to be, we're just going to use F's, little f. He's homozygous recessive for blonde hair, and he's going to have a blue-eyed gal, little b, because she's homozygous recessive, and she's going to be heterozygous for brunette hair. So heterozygous, one of each. They're different. This is a good chance for you to pause the tape here and see if you can't foil, right? Combination with that guy, and that one, and put the combinations of the alleles to the sides and see if you can fill in the square. Okay, so here I have worked out the Punnett square. I have the blue-eyed and heterozygous brunette over here. So here's mom, and then dad up here is homozygous dominant for brown eyes. So he's big B. So he's up top here, big B. So when we look at the possibility, what the probability of their offspring are going to be, this is quite interesting. If you look, dad was homozygous dominant for brown eyes. So he only was able to give everybody brown eyes. That's all he had, was 2 dominant alleles. So all of his offspring with this lady are going to have brown eyes, 100% brown eyes. Even though mom's got blue eyes, all of the offspring are going to have brown eyes. However, when it comes to hair, because he's blonde and she's heterozygous, we see that the hair, everybody who has a dominant allele right here, the offspring have a 50% chance of having blonde hair. Okay, so these offspring are either going to be brown-eyed with blonde hair or brown-eyed with brunette hair. We have 8 of them, an 8-to-8 ratio. They're also known as a 50-50 shot, but only at the blonde hair, because they're all going to have brown eyes.